I did just end up watching the most depressing gay film the other day.
What did you watch?
So I'd watched I Am Jonas. It's a French film.
Spoiler alert!
It was an interesting film, but my God, it was very bleak. Basically, it's a weird one that's jumping about like past and present, but very unhappy adult called Jonas. But it all stems from the fact that like his first boyfriend was kidnapped.
Oh my.
Yes. I've just now spoiled the end of the film for you, by the way. But like throughout the show, it's either him in the present where he's like, engaging in risky behavior, getting drunk, getting into fights, or in the past where it's like he's meeting this boy for the first time and he's bullied at school. But yeah, like the climax of the film is they go to a club, they don't get in because of underage. So this random guy is like, I know this club, let me take you in my car. And I'm like, red flag, red flag.
I'm already traumatized.
Yes, sitting through the film and going, well, this is getting quite dark. And then it's like, well, maybe he's just troubled. I wonder what happened to his first boyfriend, because it's like, oh, they're having a really nice relationship. And then it ending on that sort of climax. And I'm like, well, fuck me, I'm depressed.
Were they both in the car? Was it just the boyfriend in the car?
So they both got in the car and then they didn't realize at first that the guy was taking them like out of the city. So at first he was like, oh yeah, it's just this way, we'll get there soon. And so they start like being confused and his boyfriend's sitting in the front seat. So eventually when the guy's like, no, I want, like, let us out, take us back. The kidnapper punches his boyfriend and knocks him out. And so then Jonas is freaking out in the back. The guy stops the car and Jonas manages to get out, but he doesn't have the time to then open the other car door and get his boyfriend out. So the other guy drives off with him and we don't know if he's dead or not, or yeah, he's just gone.
It sounds like a horror story, but there are actual stories of real people who've experienced exactly that. That's terrifying.
I know. I was like, this feels too real based on like what I know of life. I'm like, well, this isn't a very escapist film to have watched.
Because they didn't escape, did they? Well, one did.
Well, not the best film to finish watching for the New Year's. Definitely not a Happy New Year celebration film.
Can you imagine the guilt? Like you escape, but you leave your partner behind.
Well, that was it. I mean, I got to watch the impact of that because it was 15 years later and he's struggling with alcoholism, he's struggling with maintaining a relationship, and he's struggling to like keep down where he's living. So it's like had such an impact on him.
Can I just ask, like, not to victim blame or anything, but did he go to the police?
So he'd went to the police, but when the police were asking, he'd sort of admitted how he got out of the car. So he'd said that the guy had told him to get out. And then drove off. And so the police then started to take the route of, oh, maybe they knew each other, the boyfriend and the guy that took him away, like it was a plan to kidnap him. And obviously that was only done because he was 15 years old when it happened, but that was more he was afraid of being blamed and the guilt and the shame of like having left his boyfriend. So no, they went to the police, but unfortunately...
Typical police.
Well, ACAB in any language is ACAB.
That does feel too real. All of that is literally how it works. That's what happens to people.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, there you go. You've got the experience that I've now got. That reaction you're having right now is the experience I had.
Was it at least like, was it a powerful watch? Was it an interesting watch?
It was very introspective and thoughtful, so it was quite impactful. Don't get into strangers' cars, kids.
Jazz hands.
That always lightens the mood.